Hi, today I'm gonna show you how to build a knowledge assistant, because we all know that in financial work, being as precise as possible is crucial, because any wrong classification of business contract may result in tax problems, in some problems with audit procedures, so we always want to be on the safe side. That's why it's so important to be as close to financial reporting standards as possible. I'm gonna show you how to build a knowledge assistant using Google's NotebookLM and Microsoft Copilot. Let's go. So what you can see here is IFRS 16 on the topic of leases. It's as long as 56 pages of documents, dense with topics, dense with definitions, very difficult to process. Therefore, it's so good to create a knowledge expert. For example, in NotebookLM, we're opening it, we're adding the source file, IFRS 16, it gets processed, and now we can ask it anything we want on the topic of lease recognition. I've prepared a case study. A retail company signs a 5-year contract with a logistics provider for a warehouse capacity. Annual fee is 4 million euro. Storage and handling of goods, that's the scope. So we would have 10,000 square meters dedicated warehouse capacity. And we have some provisions, and we ask now to analyze the following contract under IFRS 16. Is it a lease? Is it a service? How it impacts EBITDA? Let's see what NotebookLM tells us, based only on IFRS, no searching on the net, just being as close to the reporting standard as possible. So we see it's not really straightforward, and we have some nuances here to decide upon. So we have this dedicated warehouse space. We see how it references IFRS 16, which is good. We see detailed paragraphs that are evoked. And there are some questions that we need to answer. We see that the matter is not so straightforward. So what's the recommendation? The contract likely contains a lease, but we need some additional information. So for example, whether we have exclusive right to these 10,000 square meters. Okay, so now let's test another tool. We're going to Microsoft Copilot, to all notebooks. We're creating new notebook, IFRS experts. I'm uploading the source document and it gets processed, uploaded. We are opening the chat window, and basically I'm pasting the case study which I've prepared before in order to compare what's the quality of the answer in another tool. I think you'll be surprised by the outcome. We see it takes a couple of minutes to process. I will speed it up, of course, for you. Let's see what's the answer to this problem. Okay, a couple of minutes still, yeah. So we see it generated a code in order to model the discounts rate and how it impacts EBITDA, which is good. We see it has analyzed the case study based upon IFRS 16, which is great. And we see it is not as straightforward as it may seem, because we need this place to be physically distinct in order to be a lease. So we need to take this into consideration when confirming this classification. Yeah, we see it reference IFRS 16, but unfortunately not particular paragraphs, but document as such. The explanation is pretty lengthy, pretty robust. We see the accounting treatment, how it impacts EBITDA, and the quantification note. And we even see the overview of how it can be classified, how it can be modeled, what are the depreciation rates, what are the discounts rates. So this is good for some visualization. So to sum up, we see some final questions to be answered and also the risks to the CFO. The final recommendation is to classify it as lease, but taking a couple of things into account. So all in all, you see I've created a knowledge assistant which can be reused, which is very helpful for CFOs and financial professionals at large. I hope you enjoyed this document and subscribe for more.